Alright. I guess I can do something right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? I know I haven't uploaded in a couple of days, and I'm sorry. Apparently when I re-downloaded a lot of things for my the OBS and everything like that, I had some different settings in like the old one. Sorry, my cat was trying to look on some old rapper, but damn, I kind of had some settings for my like the video recording and all that shenanigans. But when I tried doing it again this time, it wasn't allowing me to, how do you say, capture the video and be ready for upload. It wasn't like doing it as a correct file, or mostly it was putting it as an unknown file, which I don't know why it was putting it as an unknown file when it went to a certain file. That way it can actually, be somewhere or be directed somewhere or whatever the hell it needs. But I might have to get a different keyboard too, because not the one I'm using for this computer, but from my other one, because the cord is not long enough. Either that or I gotta get a longer cord extension, which is funny because I have one, the other one, but I don't want to plug in a certain cord extension because it has, the only issue with that one is because it's got a different supply coming in for a power supply. So in Heinz, I can't even fucking say but in short terms, it could fry your PC if you're not careful, because it is linked to a different power source, and if your computer gets a little bit of a static charge when you're like turning it on, or just because you're like carpet or some shit like shenanigans when you're like touching it, it could just fry your whole motherboard. And it was fucking my motherboard up last time because I had it plugged in and I forgot that a different power supply was plugged in, and when I moved it and I plugged everything back in, somehow some was fucking up and this and that and all the shenanigans. And I gotta look into my liquid cooler because I don't know, it just seems to be overheating more than it should, because before I had it in the same spot, did it no problems, nothing much. But after like, it's been maybe more than a year since I had that cooler, but it's starting to make more bubbly noises and shenanigans and like stuff like that. But I never really moved it to clean it, so until now, which is when I put it back and shit, it started making even more noises or even louder noises, which made no sense because I only moved it from one spot to the other spot, and nothing should have really have shifted or fully changed within the liquid coolant inside, or the liquid, I guess. But somehow it feels like I hear it like it has less liquid in there. But that could be just me, just fucking trying to figure it out, because I mean it did sound a lot like it didn't have any. But other than that, I mean, I'm making the video on schedule one because I do need to fully make a video on here. I have mostly everything set up. I just literally need a lot of workers, or just like some help here and there, which sadly I'm not getting from my other friends and shit like that. And wait 1 second. Sorry, my headphones felt funny. Yeah, my mic. Okay. She wants attention. But yeah, I mean, I am gonna leave a lot of some other shit stuff out for like I won't say certain videos, but for like certain viewers and certain things like that. Mostly just so they're not just like, oh, you're just promoting drugs and this and that and all this shenanigans. No, it just happens to be in a drug game, which kind of makes it a little bit funnier here and there because you get to be dope the fudge out while you're doing like videos and all this shenanigans. But yeah, like I said, I had a couple of videos lined up and all this shenanigans and whatnot, but I had like 4 or 5 full videos that I could have edited out and everything, but somehow with the fact that I changed some of the settings on the OBS and all this shenanigans, it wasn't able to fucking read them as like usable footage. And I think I need I have a bed there. And so I wasn't able to reformat them or change them out because I somehow cannot fully find the format for that settings in the advanced settings, which makes absolutely no sense why I cannot find that, because it's advanced settings. Either that or somehow the combinations that I was doing wasn't the best one, which I mean there's a couple of them which I did do my best to sort them out as evenly as I possibly could have, but it wasn't coming out great. I think it's 320. Oh, it's because I have the bed in there. But yeah, I gotta do a couple videos on here, and then I gotta start looking into a lot of other solo games, or either that, looking into a lot of I want to say teammates, but I've been saying that for years and shit like that, and no one's really dedicated and shit, so it just sucks. The other one was 160, and it's gonna be 140. That's the only thing that's poopy. I try to get people, but nobody really wants to actually do it, and then like I don't want to play like one certain game and shit like that all the fucking time. So like I try to strive to other games or shenanigans, but some games do like get my focus into them, which I do like, and sadly somehow they're not crossplay, or somehow they're in the same application as the other people, but somehow it still doesn't allow crossplay, even though it's coming out the same fucking platform, which makes no sense. Well, yeah. But what's it called? I will have to. I am gonna be a little bit backtracked, so this video is probably not gonna be uploaded to either. I'm not gonna edit the 20th. Today is the 19th, June 19th. I'm probably gonna try to edit tomorrow, the 20th, because I gotta go to work here in a bit. I'm gonna try to at least get 1 or 2 videos, so I can at least edit at least 1 or 2 videos tomorrow, or the 21st and shit, and then have something uploaded the 22nd or the 23rd. And even then, that's already passing like the due date of like 2 weeks. it's like I said, I think I might have to look into some other videos and edit it tomorrow. That way I can probably have it on the 21st, so on Sunday, or even then I can get up early tomorrow, edit, and then upload a video the same day. That way we're not fully on 2 weeks. I should be 11 right now. Tomorrow will be on 12. But I won't be able to get the full edit that I'm probably gonna want to get. But that's mostly gonna be the gist of it. Other than that, I will be doing my best to push out more videos and stuff like that. Just some days with this weather, the gloomy weather gets me sleepy and tired, and I don't know why, but I turn like a polar bear or a goddamn bear in hibernation and just do not want to go do anything. Do not want to go outside. Do not want to get up from bed. Do not even want to try to like change the TV to watch something different. Nothing. But I am gonna try my best not to get in some of those moods, but I can't guarantee it because of the weather. Just fucking fucks with everything. And I know some people are gonna be like, "That's crazy. How's the weather help you fluctuate?" Because if it's gloomy outside, I'm gloomy inside, and my body does not want to do anything. Like, I want to say, for instance, if it's cold, you know, you get up and you kind of just don't want to get up from your either warm spot or just get up and stretch. But even if it's cold, like freezing out, I'll still get up and stretch. But if it's like gloomy and shitty outside, weather looks like it's not a very, I want to say, cheerful day, but I guess, yeah, no, I'm gonna just put it as that, a cheerful day. I'm going back to bed. I don't know why, but other than that, I'm going to focus on you guys and everything. And other things, of course, but, you know, that's me some other shenanigans. But, I want to say I have some games lined up, but I do want to start kind of, focusing on certain games. That way you guys can kind of tune in on most of those certain games if you like those, or suggestions and stuff like that. I will be doing, or try to do, but I will try. I gotta buy another machine so I can start mixing my own shit here. I cannot really touch these because I should have taken all the shenanigans from here. Probably I'm gonna be cutting out some parts here and there. I'm gonna try to make it I want to say a little bit longer, but I do have some more to discuss. I should really start organizing my things on a pinpoint or some notes. That way I can actually come in and fully say what I need to say without, I want to say stumbling, but without fully trying to figure out what I need to be saying or what I need to be doing and whatnot. But for now, it was just a video. It's just me trying to explain of what's been going on the last couple of days and shit. Like I said, I still have some old clips, but I wanted to try to upload more recent ones, which, you know, sadly is not gonna happen. I mean, depending on how many shit I can try to squeeze in today before I go to work, sadly. But Schedule 1 and a lot of games are getting updates and here and there, slowly, progressively, one by one. But, you know, you can't really push out a lot of shit when There's a lot of other things going on across the world, which, you know, we're not going to get into as well, which I really want to, but we'll probably get into that into a live stream or something else. But what's new with Schedule 1, they added the lockers and then some other shenanigans, which I already forgot, but the lockers I love. The lockers I love. Makes it a lot easier, a lot more simpler. I can pay them and all the shenanigans. The only part, I mean, it just looks like they don't have any beds ever, or they don't get any sleep, which, you know, I wish I could put beds in another spot, or let's rent out that one of these buildings, all just beds for everybody. Everyone gets to sleep there for free. Oh, me, you know, shit. It's like, they're gonna be like, that's suspicious. But yeah, like I said, I have everything set up here, or mostly everything set up here. I gotta get a couple more things, but I am trying to focus on a lot of single player games and all that other stuff. Elden Ring Night Rain is gonna be I want to say a tricky one. It's a challenge. It's more like a challenging one, which I gotta get better at, cause I gotta get better at finding things and picking up a lot of the items that I actually need instead of the items that, you know, are just kind of there. Which I've been looking more every battle here and there, but it gets hard because if I want to get a certain thing and stuff like that, I gotta fight a certain boss or certain enemies. Sometimes it could be down a certain labyrinth or cave or whatever, and you got the storm coming. You gotta either defeat him before the storm coming, or you gotta get the fudge out of there. If you go down, you lose your ruin. That's it. You can't really go back. I'm gonna say really because you can go back a certain amount before you die. Or you get burned to death, whichever one. But there's a lot of the battle royale games nowadays coming out. Which I don't mind the fast paced shenanigans, but god damn it. But I just don't. It's just a lot of enemies are way over. I won't say way overpowered, but they're a lot more difficult to beat as level 1 when they're like level 10 or 20 already starting out, and I'm over here like taking out small chunks, and then I get 2 hits, I'm dead, gone. Blammo. Say goodbye, sir. I'll buy some jars. 20. Yeah. Damn, I still have the bed in there. Then I'm gonna buy some baggies. I kind of spaced out what I was fully saying. Womp womp womp. Ooh, Sony just uplifted their damn region ban on a lot of well, I don't say a lot of games, but Steam games and shit like that. That way other people can play them, and one of them is Helldivers, which I also want to get better at. It's just fucking extremely annoying when you're doing one fucking thing and my fingers don't cooperate when I do the damn orbitals or whatnot, and I fucking end up dying, man. I can't do that shit fast enough. Dog water. Alright. Dog water. Yeah, this one's all fucked up. Can at least get 5 in there. I gotta organize, gotta make sure these guys are all good, and then just pay them, and then have the day just go freaking go. The only one I gotta keep up mostly is the warehouse, because of how much shit they're like going through. Crazy. Then I gotta come back over here at least one time to move some of the baggies and like jars and shit. That way they can actually have stuff to do. But sadly, I gotta do it all my own. All by myself. But we'll get there eventually. You know, hopefully we get a squad one of these days, and we can have ourselves a fine dandy day. I think the only bed I'm missing at is at the barn, if I'm correct. I gotta collect all this shit from here real quick. Gotta make sure they have all their stuff. See, look at that. Boom. Have all this. That I still can't get used to playing on the fucking PC, bro. Like, either that or I gotta get some sort of like arm comforter or some shit like that because my arms be getting tired. Fingers, whatever. Joints. Maybe I got carpal tunnel. They hurt.